This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We are celebrating WA Day, so we can't do that without going straight to the top. The one and the only, the Premier. Roger Cook joins us.
Morning, Rog.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Yeah, very
fantastic,
well.
mate. Looking forward to the long weekend like most people. Celebrating on Monday, although the weather's looking pretty dicey, Natalie, you've been telling us about.
Yeah, a bit of rain on Monday.
What's your plans, buddy?
Oh, well, look, obviously, WA Day is a really exciting weekend, and it's a way that we can, celebrate who we are, acknowledge our history, and really, look, at the end of the day, there's people from all around the world that have decided to call Western Australia home. That's something we're really proud of, and it's about celebrating our lifestyle, our culture, our communities. So I'm taking the opportunity to, obviously 3 days off. I'm pretty excited about that. But the WA Day celebrations will be terrific.
3 days off. What do you have any hobbies, or what when you're not being?
He's fit. That's what he
fine,
does.
yeah.
He exercises.
Yeah,
What do you do?
Well, as you know, I run, swim and ride like a nut. And so that keeps up a lot of my time. But look, I reckon, we've got my dad's got a place down south. He's a bit frail nowadays, so I have to look after that. That's down in Baileyup. There's nothing I love more than getting my hands dirty planting trees. So I'm going to go. I might head down there for a couple of days just to sort of keep the property ticking over. But, when you're in the cold, in the wet and the dark of the great southwest in the middle of winter, I don't think there's a better place to be.
It's beautiful down there.
I know it is,
but,
actually.
It does get cold. Is there a nice fireplace that you can have a glass of red wine in front of?
I was going to say the other aspect of this is that you get to sit with a nice glass of red in front of the fire,
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
you?
The bearskin rug gets a run. Yeah, we get it. We know how it goes.
Steady on.
Well, Premier, we know that the southwest is a great place to be. What about the northwest? What's some of your favourite, places to go up there?
Oh, look, we've got some incredible parts of the world in our northwest, and in the southern winter, the north is the weather is just sublime. I don't think there's anything better than getting up to Exmouth and exploring the Ningaloo Reef. It is one of the most magical parts of the world, and being able to swim with the whale sharks is just one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences that you really have to get into if you can. Of course, the Kimberley is amazing. And, I know people talk about Broome, and Broome's fantastic. I love holidaying there. But I don't think there's a more spectacular place on the earth than the East Kimberley. A short drive out of Kununurra, and you are in some of the most ancient and beautiful landscapes in the world.
The colours up there are unbelievable.
Berkeley River.
Yeah,
It's just extraordinary. The colours, the rock formations, the flora, and in the bush there, everything is just so magical.
You know what I reckon is a bit of an untapped resource that nobody talks about much? It's the Bickley Valley. It is amazing.
Yeah,
it's so
Valley.
beautiful up there. Cideries and orchard. It is gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, and as you say, Natalie, there's people up there doing incredible things, like with with ciders, with I know in the southwest there's some great olive oils being developed down there. Some of the people just taking the very best of our environment and producing great organic products.
Yeah,
incredible
and
produce,
Spudshed,
and
of
it's stuff
course.
we should be proud of.
Absolutely. Rog, 3 weeks' time, you'll be laying down a budget. You going to save us any money somewhere?
Oh, look, this budget's about, getting back to meat and potatoes. It's about implementing our election commitments. And, of course, it's about continuing to see strong investment in our health services. We've got a massive project, a series of projects in terms of developing our hospitals both in the city and right throughout Western Australia. So you'll see a lot of those numbers start to take hold in terms of the budget.
And that maternity hospital, is it going to get built? What's going on there? Because wasn't there an issue with the builder?
Well, no, there's no issue with the builder. We're about to sign a contract with a company called WeBuild. It's one of the biggest construction firms in the world. It's got about 95,000 employees, over $100 billion of contracts around the world. So they're now looking to spread their wings into Western Australia. They've built hundreds of hospitals right around the world. They're looking to bring that expertise as part of our new Women's and Babies Hospital, and we've got an exciting announcement to make where we're about to sign the contract with that company. So we're on track to hopefully have this incredibly new, exciting project in WA Health built by 2029.
Roger, when you're going about the budget and you're putting this together with your cabinet, and you know, people are coming at you left, right, and centre because we want, you know, more hospitals, more
and
schools.
everybody wants something for their area, basically.
100%. Do you also look at ways of in our business, we would talk about finding more efficiencies, which is another word for, you know, cutting back and saving money in different spots.
Look, we do, Sean, because as Natalie says, people want stuff all the time, and we really respect that. But this is one of the hardest parts of government, making sure we look after the state's finances so we can undertake the investments that we need. So that includes not only making sure that you do things affordably and in a way which delivers great value for money for WA taxpayers, but it's also about making sure that the money you are spending currently in your departments is going to a good cause. So you sit down with the bureaucrats, with the ministers, you cross-examine the budget to make sure you can squeeze every last dollar out of the budget. And as you know, we've got the strongest set of books in the country, and that's down to the hard work we've done over the last 8 years to put Western Australia in a great position when it comes to our state's finances.
And pretty exciting news that the Thornley Link's about to open for MetroNet. You know, are you and Rita fighting over arm wrestling over who gets to cut the ribbon? What's going to go on there?
We're going to bring several scissors, and so long as we just focus them on the ribbon, rather than saying, get out of the way, I want to cut it first. No, look, I'm so proud of what Rita's done under MetroNet. She's done an incredible job really transforming our whole public transport system in the metropolitan area. So, as you say, on the 9th of June, we're going to, the first trains will run on the Coburn Thornley Link. I think it's such an exciting project. You know, with our public transport system, particularly in rail, we've got a lot. It looks like a spider's web, right? You know, so there's lines going into the city and out of the city. So this is the first step of the next stage of our public transport system, where you start doing the linking up those lines outside the city.
So we can go sideways.
That's right. Creating a circle route, for want of a better description. And I think that's a really exciting next step.
Yep. All right.
Well, I hope you enjoy the weekend, Roger.
Yeah, enjoy bailing
Thank you, guys. Happy WA Day, guys.
Good on you, mate.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Premier.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
We want to talk about what do you hide from your partner, but it wants to be a fun one, right?
Hang on, wait.
Fun one.
Bella's ears just pricked up. What are you hiding from your wife?
This is absolutely not a story about me, and we have to be careful how we talk about this because we promise anonymity to whoever.
Good word.
Acquaintance or person we've run into in Perth.
Definitely not someone we work with, is it?
Okay.
No
It's
comment.
not. It's not.
All right. So this person has a partner, number of months.
I mean, it is quite unbelievable, to be honest.
You're giving it away. He or she vapes, okay? But they hide vaping from their partner.
Right.
So,
okay, what are the methods they use to hide it?
quite a few I found out. So firstly, vape at work.
Only at work?
Okay.
No, vapes at work, not at home, but in the car. So like driving maybe from or to.
Why does this car smell
So
like
you could
blueberries?
be at home together and you get up and go for a toilet break and you walk outside and have a quick
I think it's
vape
more,
in your car and come back.
I think it's more when this person drives. So like,
okay.
you know, coming back from work. And the things he or she does to hide it, he has like, you know how there's the
You keep saying he.
Okay, let's go. He's got the grape vape and he keeps it in the car. So it's not around the house. And the glove box is where he puts it because, no, not the glove box, the centre console because it's got the double compartment and that top one, which is really thin, is more kind of hidden.
Yeah.
So it's less likely to be open. So he does that. Second thing he does, I don't know if this helps, but he'll have make sure he drinks water afterwards to kind of flush out the grape vape.
Wash away the grape vibes.
Yeah,
okay.
Yep. And the funniest thing he said to me was when he kisses her afterwards, he makes sure his lips are closed. It's a closed mouth kiss.
Oh, like in the movies.
Yeah. So like a really polite kiss. Oh, you're so polite with your kiss. But so they don't get the grape vape. But he's effectively behind this for months. vaping from his partner. I don't know why he just doesn't tell him.
Is the vaping a red flag? Like, has the partner sort of expressed her distaste for vaping? Because why is he so ashamed of it? It's quite a common thing these days. I'm not endorsing it one way or the other, but why does he think that it's not appropriate that his partner knows?
I'm unaware of if it's a strong. I don't think it's a strong stance by them. I just think maybe in the early stages he started hiding it, and maybe it snowballed from there. And maybe like, oh, do you vape? Nah.
No, I would never.
No, never. Just going for a drive.
So she's thrown out something. Oh, I hate the way people vape all the time. He's like, oh no, okay.
Yeah.
I definitely don't vape.
I love the way that he's going to all these different steps to hide this from his partner.
What are you hiding from your partner?
To be honest, back in the day.
You just literally hide, don't you? You literally hide upstairs and pretend you're not home.
I do. Sometimes I walk in literally and just go, nah, I'm going straight up and I'm hiding.
Yeah.
And this, I remember ages ago when Ross Lyon lived up the road.
Yes.
I remember walking in sometimes and just going, because Kirsten and Megan and a couple of the other chicks in the street, they're on the sauce at the back. I just like, this is too hard.
So you just go to Ross's house and hide out?
No, I would literally
go upstairs.
I'd walk past his house and then I'd see her car's down at our house and then I'd be like, oh.
You would often knock on his door, though, instead of going home. You'd go to Ross's house, wouldn't you?
First time I knocked on his door, he opened it and he was eating a whole chicken out of a bag. But you know that you get from Woolies?
Yeah. Direct out of the bag, just saving time.
Just at the bag.
Rip a leg off. You still got to get the little elastic band thing.
Carried the bag to the front door. He should have been hiding that for sure.
Anyway, I was always trying to hide money. And but everyone knew my hiding spot.
Physically hide it. Yeah.
Cash. So you're talking cash, not like.
Yeah, and you know what I realised, Ross? This is the best part. If I have money in my wallet at the moment, which is a rarity, right? But let's say I had $20 in there, I could. These days, no one's expecting me to have $20 in my wallet.
Oh, so it's staying.
Yeah.
Save us
That's
houses.
amazing.
Save us houses.
Yeah, they're just spending everything on your credit cards. It's amazing. We're talking about the little things that you hide from your partner. We're not talking about cheating.
Fun stuff.
We mean fun stuff like your vaping or your online purchases.
And we may
the fact that you nap in the car.
I nap in the car
instead of going home
at the basement in Nova because I'm getting up at like 3 and then I get.
No, we get it.
Yeah, no, totally.
No, if anybody gets it, it's us. It's just that your wife's going to find out because she's talked about it on the radio, and the Daily Mail are probably writing a story.
Back to back. Now that would be a moment, Ross.
Yeah.
Let's go to Cynthia in Alkimos. Morning, Cynthia.
Morning. I'm sorry, I realised I probably should have gone anonymous and I gave you my real name.
It's a rookie mistake, Cynthia.
There's heaps of Cynthias in Alkimos. Don't worry about it.
Stop saying it.
Okay, what are you hiding from your partner?
So I get tattoos. I like them. And my husband's very old school, so he doesn't. And he's always complaining about how much they cost. So when I book one in, I will tell him it costs half of what it actually costs.
Yeah.
And then when I do my grocery shopping, I'll withdraw cash, like get cash out in small increments. So it looks like it's on groceries. And then when I get the tattoo, I pay for half on FPOS and then give him cash for the other half.
And
it's a wise decision.
Can't grill you on groceries. Like, well, you do it then.
It's like cost of living. Have you seen how much avocados are?
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Cynthia, how many have you got now?
Probably around between 15 and 20. I'm working on a Simpsons half sleeve on my leg, and I've got a few on my arms.
Right. Okay, committed.
Yeah, but because of the age gap, he's in a generation where, tats aren't cool, and I'm a little different.
He's a clean skin.
What is he, 90? What generation don't think tats are cool?
He's in his early 50s, so born in the 70s.
Yeah, right.
And, I was born in the 80s. So, a little different.
Yeah.
We're not tat guys, are we, Ross?
You haven't at all made him know who you are. Like, you've remained very anonymous there too.
Yeah, I know. He'll never find
Not everybody
He'll never get
age, your age. Thanks, Cynthia. Karen's in Camillo. Hello. You've hidden something from a partner?
Yes. It was going back about 15, 20 years ago now, but I was with my partner for 5 years. And I don't think I'm a lady as such, but I didn't like to fart in front of people, so I hid my farts from him for 5 years.
Did you have stomach problems at times? Like,
No, I just went into another room and he never knew.
So it's okay, other room, that's one of your techniques. Anything else you did to make sure he was never around him?
No. I always went into another room and he was like, "Where did you go?" I was, "No, I just went into the toilet. I just nowhere."
So what about like in bed? Like, would you have to get up and leave the bedroom if you're even in bed?
If I could feel it coming going on and I feel like it was...
It's going to be a big one, yeah.
But if I felt like it was good, I would, go to another friend.
Yeah. What would you say? You'd like, just checking the door's locked or what?
Yeah. There was a lot of excuses in that.
Yeah. Oh, squeaky.
You know what you need.
At one point he did bring it up. I'm like, I just don't fart that much.
I just don't fart. I lie.
Karen, when I was with my partner until we got married for years, I used to think that she would never fart. So same thing.
And then she locked her down. Got the wedding ring, and she's like, and she deflated like a balloon. Thanks, Karen. Shannon's in Warnbro. Hello. What are you hiding from your partner?
I do something quite innocent, but just before he wakes up, I'll duck into the bathroom and draw my eyebrows back on and then jump back into bed.
Is he aware of your...
You know what this is? This is actually a scene in The Marvellous Mrs. Maisel where she waits till he falls asleep, then she takes the full face of makeup off, puts the hair in curlers, the full face cream, and then wakes up early to take it all off and put the face back on again.
He doesn't even know who he's with.
Hubby's like, you look so beautiful when you've woken up. I'm like, I know.
I know. It just happens. What do I do?
How long have you been married, Shan?
20 years.
Oh, Shannon, that means you care.
You do this every day.
I know. I do. But it was the 90s. I overplucked,
Yeah, no, we all did. What time are you getting up to do this?
Before he does. I can feel him wriggle. He does a fart, just like the lady before. And then I sneak into the bathroom. He's never known. But now I can't ask to get my eyebrows done.
No.
They look so beautiful.
Yeah.
I've got to draw them on.
That's
go back
right.
to bed.
You've made your bed. Now you have to lie in bed. That's
committed to
amazing.
that. You've committed to that for
Next
years.
level. Amazing. Thank you, Shannon.
It's innocent, but it's funny.
It is innocent, but yeah, what deception.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
Hey, it's Nathan, Nat and Shaun. A couple of weeks ago, we had the great honour of catching up with our bestie, Shaun.
Kate Walsh you're talking about,
Yeah,
Billy?
of course I'm talking about. You look
she's an
confused,
A-lister,
Steph.
by the way, in Hollywood.
That's right. And she's our friend. Let's have a listen. Well, it is WA Day this weekend, and to celebrate, we're all WA born and bred.
We're nothing.
Some people chose the WA life, and one of those is none other than Hollywood's Kate Walsh.
That's right.
Who joins us now.
Hi.
Kate
Walsh.
Kate Walsh,
Yeah.
the pride of WA. You are, though.
Because you chose us. You chose us.
Everyone else
I should have like a little blue ribbon. Did I win?
Why don't you have
won.
the keys to the city? Because honestly, other celebrities, they swoop in, like the Chris Martins, walks around with his no shoes on, blah, blah, blah. But then he leaves. You don't leave. It's like you have no other prospects, but you do.
I know. I love it here.
I know you do.
I love everything about it. I love the beach. I love Cat Haven.
I just say right now, she is covered in cat hair.
I am covered in cat. I'm really.
What were you doing
guys,
before?
I'm sorry.
Is
I
that
didn't
just
dress
one
up
cat,
for
or did you like roll up?
No,
roll
I
up twins,
had
don't you?
three cats.
Three cats all
Yeah.
The
together.
brothers, the ginger
And
brothers.
do they just like play on you until you have something to do?
Yes. I wake up every day. It's like a cat garden. It's insane.
Do your cats like to sleep on piles of clean washing? That's what mine does.
Yeah,
So
and then there's an
therefore
old
just-
box
Yeah.
that we got from
Don't
the
call yourself
IGA.
that. I'm sure it looks quite fresh.
Stop.
It's never too early, is it?
I need it. I don't even have a great comeback.
You don't
for that.
need one.
No, I
You don't
can't.
need one.
I
You don't
can't.
need
So tell us about your old box.
We have this night. There are so many beautiful things for them to lay. Whatever. And then we
Sure.
brought a little box back for the
Like a
IGA
child.
with
Yeah.
groceries, and they're like, the brown
Yes.
box.
The lure
yes,
of
there
just
Oh, it's
filthy
gorgeous. It goes
cardboard.
everywhere. It goes to the farm, stays at the house. It goes, yeah.
I appreciate cats. I'm not a cat person.
I do like dogs too. I'm not just like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
cat
yeah,
lady.
yeah,
I'm not just a cat lady.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
welcome.
tough, isn't
WA.
it? Because I've got one of each, a dog and a cat, and people go, "Are you a dog person or a cat person?" I'm like, I'm a dog person.
What do we think about bird people?
having a cat?
Yeah, I'm from a family of bird people.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
really?
Yeah.
Do you have
Pigeons.
birds now?
I race
Pigeons.
pigeons.
Yeah, but
Oh,
no,
you do?
but pigeon racing.
Not anymore.
Wait,
My
you
dad's
raise
still
them? Okay,
racing
yeah.
them, but
Okay.
my whole childhood was he would so he was selling new homes, which is work on the weekend like real estate stuff.
Yeah.
And me and my brother was sent to a place called Riverton, which we'd have the pigeon racing club there, and we'd have to put the birds in and wait till they came and got collected by the truck, and then stand by on Sunday mornings and capture
Wait for
the
them to
pigeons and-
arrive.
The track.
That's what I was like.
Amazing.
Did you say racing or raising pigeons?
No,
But
racing.
They race up in
Racing.
the sky. So it's
Homing
like-
pigeons. So
Yeah,
they
release
they
them.
take them all out somewhere in the country.
Yeah, like
release
say
them,
Northam or
pretty
2J.
cool.
and then it's a race to see who gets
Yeah.
back first.
Come on.
But Kate, my dad's right into exotic birds as well, so he's got all the different
like
coloured.
ones that dance and a bird that's on the pole, a peacock.
And when we were kids, we'd go to places and he'd get us to climb trees, and we'd grab.
What, you'd steal the babies? You'd steal baby birds?
Don't do this, everybody. Don't do this.
You would climb
It's not
trees
legal.
and steal
It's not
baby birds
legal.
out from their parent?
Yeah, back in the day. We can get away with this stuff, you know.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
We should do a topic back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Now, Kate, we want to talk about WA Day,
Yes.
and I want to focus in on the last couple of months of weather. Like, if you were
It's
ever going to
insane.
bring people over
Yes.
here and have this go
How
on
good.
this time of year.
I've literally canceled I say I have a very ventilated schedule here, and I never thought I would have the good fortune to live this kind of life where I'm like, what's the wind doing?
Yeah.
My first question.
wind doing?
What's the wind doing today? Oh, sorry, cancel everything. I have to go for a swim. I've been swimming every day
Yes.
and walking on the beach every day. It's
Really?
unbelievable. I can't
So
believe.
you're like in a Chris Isaac film clip every day.
I'm
aren't
a
you?
wind guy. I sit. Nellie does
Yes.
the weather, and I'm checking Willy
Sean's-
weather every time.
Sean's
Okay, this is what we can do.
Yeah.
Wind and
Rottenness
swell.
going off. Is that
Yeah.
what we're doing today? You know, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And that's Andrew, I think, has that wind app. I don't. I just look at the regular weather, but I
You just look out the window.
Or I just go, hey, yeah.
Would you want other celebrities to catch on to your secret here? Would
No.
You, no.
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 No. No. You wouldn't, would you? Because
No.
this could be
No,
because
it's
of
all
you
well
become
and
the new
good
Byron
about the
Bay.
film studio happening, but I don't really want anyone else.
Yeah, so
no.
Donald Trump putting those tariffs on the Australian film industry, 100%. You're actually thrilled.
Today, who knows? Hey, tariff today, not tomorrow.
Not
we
tomorrow.
don't know.
Yeah, keep you guessing.
Oh my gosh, crazy.
What's some other things you love about here? Because normally, if in Australia, if a celebrity comes here, they might visit here, but they go Sydney, Melbourne, they go East Coast.
People that I know, that one of my best friends who's from Melbourne, from a farming family outside of Melbourne, when I was coming here, she's in LA now. She'd never been to British. She's like, oh, I don't know where. Let's see where. Let me look it up.
What is that?
We've never gone.
Yeah.
She's like, well, this is when I was first coming, and the borders were about to lock.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
COVID. I was like, oh my gosh. She's like, oh, let me look it up. She's like, Google. She's like, ooh, I know. Say you're going to Broome.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, how are you in Australia? You've never been here at all. I love everything about it. During COVID, we went all over the state. We went up to Kimberley. We were down in Esperance. We went down south.
Kate, apart from that, Nathan asked before about other celebrities and not letting them know that Hollywood people coming in here. But have you had a lot of people from the US come over and stay with you?
No, because it's so far away.
Isn't it?
And that is actually, it's sort of gold in that way. My oldest brother came. My other brother's going to come here for Christmas, so that'll be fun. And then everyone's like, we really want to come, but it's just one of those bucket list, maybe in a couple of years.
That's
of
so
planning.
funny, because to us to go to the States, we just go, no worries,
I
jump on a
know.
plane and go to Europe. No
We
worries.
don't realise
because that's like 17, 19 hours. We're just used to it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Americans
A
aren't
short
used to
flight.
that.
I just did something in New Zealand, a workshop, and I was like, oh yeah, I can get over there. It's only 9 hours, man.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
No problem. That's nothing.
What did your agent say? Because you did move to the most isolated city in the world, which is Perth. And as an actress, you want to be connected. And thinking about this at the start of your career, you wouldn't even dream of doing this because you're away from work. But now you're obviously so comfortable with who you are and where your career is at and where your love is
clearly
at.
I'm very
She's covered in
comfortable.
cat hair. She doesn't know
Covered
limp
in
brush.
cat hair.
But what did your agent say? Because you're moving to a place that has really no industry around it and very far away from America.
Yeah, so far so good. I've been really fortunate to be able to go back and forth to work, but I'm developing a show here with a couple of gals from the East. We'll see. It's taking forever, but maybe it will happen. So
Well,
that would be
WA is
good.
called Wait a While.
Wait a while, exactly. We are indeed waiting a while, but I love it, and the more I'm here, the less I want to work.
Leave.
Wow.
Leave. I really don't. I love my life. I love
your
I
life.
love it.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean in podcast form.
A Sunday on a Wednesday is always a great way to kick things off, isn't it? Sunday around from the West Coast Fever.
Heard it
your
all
own
before.
thing. Oh, you've heard it all before. Sorry, Sunday.
No, it's okay.
Good
It's fine
morning.
for me. Everyday thing, but
It is WA, the West Coast Fever, taking on Queensland this weekend. The Firebirds are going to take them down and keep the roll going.
honestly, we're excited to get another home game under our belts. But yeah, we're looking forward to playing them. Last time we played them, they did give us a bit of a belting. So
yeah, no, that won't be happening.
Yeah.
We're in the Janelle era now, so it's fine. And now let's talk about you, because how good were you last week? Oh my God, MVP. MVP.
Well,
don't shrug it off. You were actually brilliant. You
Thank
played
you.
so well.
Thank you. No, it's actually really good because during our week leading into it, we really do have like a big focus on like, if we do this, it's going to shut them down. So we had a big focus of just like grinding, doing my job, and then eventually at some point just coming off and having a look for ball, and that's pretty much
Yeah, there was a lot of intercepts and deflections.
Yeah, just got to get hand on ball.
Yeah, Sunday, in the lead up to the ball coming in, defending, how physical can you be?
Well, personally, me, I'm not a very physical player. I'm like a bit off the body. So there's not much of that. But I think I just try to hold him up as much as possible, make my attacker work as much as possible.
What do you mean?
Like just pretty much keep them out of the circle.
Okay.
That's
Get to
all
the
I
spot
do.
first.
A lot of it's getting to the spot first and making them have to
If they're not in the
change.
circle, they can't shoot a goal, Sean.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that. I just think that, because I was watching my daughter play defence for the first time on the weekend, right? And I said, you got to be more physical, mate. Before the ball comes in,
Oh my God.
just got to
non-contact.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You can't overdo it though. because
You
can't hold him.
Can you shield though? You can put your hands out in front and defend like that.
You'll get called for contact.
Only if they've got the ball. If you've got the ball in your three.
No. Before the ball's come, right?
No, you can't do that.
Why not?
You get called for contact.
But I'm not. But I'm out in front of them. I'm in front of you.
Obstruction.
I'm like this.
Yeah, they'll
can't
say
put
you're
your arms
blocking
out,
their
yeah.
like way, pretty much.
Yeah, that's the idea.
No, you can't.
you can't do
You
that.
can't do it with your arms. So you're wrong, Sean. Stop giving netball
But
advice.
netball at the top level, it's physical.
I know,
Yeah, but
you
we don't do
know
that.
what you're talking about.
I just want to see more, you know.
Hey, Sunny, this is a message for Sean's daughter, Sunny. Sunny, for yet another reason, don't listen to your father.
Yeah. Sunday, just quickly, there's a lot of downtime where you're right with your opponent, right? Is there any conversations you're having?
No, there's no time for talking.
Okay.
There's not a
Half
lot of
the time I'm
downtime.
trying to breathe, like catch my breath. So
You've got to get the ball back to the centre.
I know, but they're always moving.
Yeah, well, maybe how's your day? You know, how's
no, none of that.
No.
What about if you,
Can't be asked.
what about if you touch the ball again? I'm going to break your finger.
No.
Stop putting AFL rules on netball.
But do you get like this
Should
is
I
full
try
on
it?
stuff? You're playing top level sport, and you know you guys have played in big time finals.
No.
Do you get angry?
No, we're not like that.
Why not?
We're very nice on the netball court.
You got to
I
change
think here
that.
and there there's stuff, but no, I'll break your finger if you.
Seems a bit over the top, doesn't it?
Do you stand on their toes?
People
At
stand
least.
on my toes.
Well, that's-
Yeah, I don't do it though.
why not?
I'm a nice person on
Yeah,
the court.
she's a fair and just
Yeah.
player, Sean.
All right.
She doesn't need to resort to these tactics.
I mean, you got to play funny buggers all the time, whoever you're playing against. So do you just get them into being nice and then they
Lull
drop
them
their
in.
guard?
Like,
Yeah.
attack him.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my game plan.
Yeah. She's smiling all the time, and they're like, "Oh, she's lovely. Look at her go."
Smiling assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. When you came in, I was complimenting you on your shoes, and you're with Nike, and you were telling us you get a little delivery every now and then. It must be so exciting.
Yeah, it feels like Christmas pretty much every month. So, no, love my Nike packages that come. They send so many good
So you
gear
got one
in.
yesterday, yeah?
I did, and there was about 4 pair of shoes, 4 pair of court shoes, and
Yep.
some runners, which was very nice. So, I'll be giving them a test today at training.
So when that parcel turns up, though, you've got other brothers and sisters. I mean, Ruth's one of them. She's
Yep.
a different shoe size, luckily. Otherwise, she'd be right in there, wouldn't she?
Yeah. Oh, they're already in there anyways, and they have a look at what it is and check it out and stuff. But
Your
yeah,
little brother's just going through all your stuff. Yeah,
he
right.
loves it. He loves it. But he's a size 14, so there's no way.
Okay,
that
that's
he could.
good. There's no
Yeah,
crossover.
perfect.
Size 14. Do you get the opportunity when you're away to be able to pick them up something? Because if you're getting 4 pairs of shoes,
Yeah,
can't wear them all.
there is a lot of picking up stuff for all of my siblings and my parents as
Yeah,
well.
good.
But my little brother is always on my back about like, oh, get me these shoes, sends me screenshots of shoes that he wants, and I just kind of messaged my person at Nike, and they always end up like hooking us up. So it's
'Cause
really
he's,
nice.
he's
That
the
is so cool.
basketballer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a
he's
basketballer.
quite a promising basketballer.
Yeah.
So he might be, in his own right, getting his own box of Nike
Maybe
shoes.
one day. Yeah, one day.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Lego Masters is back. It's not just any Lego Masters.
What is it?
everybody.
It's a special one?
It is Grandmasters of the Galaxy.
Oh.
That gives us a great excuse to catch up with our old mate Brickman.
Hello, I feel part of the family still. Isn't that nice?
Yes,
Well, we've been together for a long time.
That's right.
man.
We have.
This
you're
is
a
a
good man
different.
to know.
Yeah, this is a different iteration, obviously, of Lego Masters. But how does this concept work? Different nationalities going head to
You've
head?
scoured the galaxy.
Yeah, so what we've done is we've got winners and finalists from all of the other Lego masters around the world.
Yes.
So pretty much, let's be brutally honest, this is just about Australia beating America, really.
Yeah,
isn't it?
let's go.
We're
let's
on
go.
board with that. Are there, because of course Lego is a Danish product. Is there a Danish team?
We had a Danish team last year with just regular contestants come across. So this year we've got China, USA, Canada, Finland, and I don't know, is New Zealand overseas or is that part of Australia?
I'd say it's part of Australia.
Don't start a war,
And just a
Brickman.
question: are the people from China, are they using real Lego bricks? Or are they using the ones that they've made themselves?
From Temu.
No, they're the real McCoy. But you know what? We have found a way to bamboozle them.
Yeah.
They didn't have no idea who Hamish Blake is.
Yeah.
So we unleashed Hamish Blake on them.
Yeah.
just to
God,
distract them.
that's a lot.
So these are the pros, Brickman. What type of intense challenges or stuff have you got them going through?
Well, we make Lego fly for the first time this year.
Amazing.
So
Wow.
it's about launching Lego as an example's sake.
Yeah.
It's trying not to be culturally insensitive, because
Yep.
obviously things like, for example, say a Chinese restaurant in Australia is very different to a Chinese restaurant in China.
Sure.
So we asked them to create a Lego Chinese restaurant, for example's sake,
Yeah.
and things like that. So it's a lot of fun.
Hey, Brickman, I'm interested to know, with all these countries and all these people you've met over the journey, do you actually have somebody who you look up to as the grand poobah?
Well, from a contestant perspective, yes,
Yep.
definitely. And I'm not putting smoke up your here, but WA overrepresents by a long way. It really does. There's multiple winners from Western Australia, and
Yep.
there was a team, I don't know if you remember them, Scotty and Owen,
Yes.
a couple of guys that work, they're FIFO guys. And if you look at a FIFO guy, you think, oh, yeah, they're probably okay at building Lego. But they are the most artistic and creative people I've probably ever met.
Wow, that's a
So
big
if I was
call.
to pick two people, it's probably those two.
Wow.
Yeah, and I know that David and G are representing Australia in this series.
Definitely. So they're back for more. So they came second in their series back in season 1 a long time ago. And those poor guys, two things. First off is when you're on the first series, you've never seen the show before, so you don't know what it's like.
For sure.
So extra sort of credit to them. But they've had 6 years to stew on why they didn't win. And so they're coming in pretty hard.
Brickman, you are one of very few in the world Lego certified professionals, as little as around 21 or so. But what's the longest amount of time you have spent on a Lego piece, and what was it?
Yeah, so we've just recently launched a Lego Star Wars exhibition in Melbourne.
Yep.
And we had to build things life-size. So we had to make, for example, say,
The Death Star.
like an AT-AT, the huge big wall. Yeah, well, we've made a big Death Star, for example, things like that. So I've been working on it for 3 years.
Oh,
So
my
that
God.
probably qualifies.
That's amazing.
That is.
That's insane.
Do you never want to think about Star Wars ever again, or are you still quite passionate about it?
If I have to make another R2-D2, it's probably too soon, to be brutally honest. So I'll probably tick that box.
You are human.
Hey, Brickman, do you know how many bricks were in the build of the Death Star, for example?
Yeah, well, the whole exhibition is 8 million Lego bricks.
Whoa!
Yeah, we even had to. So C-3PO, for example's sake, I had to have bricks specially made to be that gold colour.
Yep.
And so I've even had to, for the first time ever in my entire Lego career, which is a long time, had to have bricks specifically made for a model. So it's pretty full on.
We love your work, Brickman. Can't wait to see this stuff. Because what these people do is incredible, and also the passion behind it. And we see every time. I know it's so hard for you because you love Lego, you love these people, and then when you have to eliminate them, it's so emotional for you. So it is a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Are we going to see tears again, like a Brickman?
Oh, look, they're not on demand. They haven't their own mind. They sort of pop out. But it's even harder when you make new friends, right?
Yeah.
And these people genuinely are so passionate, and they're lovely people, especially from other countries, and they teach us so much. So it is very sad to see them go,
Yes,
amazing.
yes to tears.
Yes to tears.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean in podcast form.
Bit of news that Hugh Jackman and Deborah Lee Finesse, the divorce has been, the paperwork
Almost rubber stamp, Nat.
The paperwork's been lodged, the financial agreement settled, but doesn't sound like Deb's that happy.
Well, first of all, apparently they're both walking away with 125 million I'm talking about. What do you reckon about that, Seabass?
I'd take that. Is that a prenup or no prenup involved?
We got
I don't think they got married before either of them were particularly famous.
Yes.
So
Half and
yeah,
halfies.
That's not too bad.
yeah,
That's not bad.
I mean, she has supported him through his career.
Yep,
So
yep.
I think that's right.
She's not happy, Nat.
No, well, if you read between the lines. I'll read her statement to you, Seabass. You tell me what you think. Okay. My heart and compassion goes out to everyone who has traversed the traumatic journey of betrayal. It's a profound wound that cuts deep.
Yeah, right. She's pissed. She's a woman's gone.
She's gone.
No fury.
I know. And then in response, is it in response? I don't know. Hugh has posted on his Instagram just a video of him doing the NSYNC Bye Bye Bye, and the caption says, finally, in capital letters.
Oh. I didn't think he'd do something like that.
No.
If it's what we think it is.
Read.
Well, he has put that up, and it has been mentioned today across all news services for that reason.
Yes, we are guessing that's what he's hinting at.
But what else would it mean? But you think he's such I don't want to ruin his rep, but a nice guy, right? And he's the good guy. He's a nice guy. But then you put a post up like that. Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah, he must have thought he needed to hit back because everybody was talking about Deborah Lee and the fact that she's saying he cheated. That's what she's saying.
Betrayal, a traumatic journey of betrayal suggests that she believes that she was cheated on.
Well, there was always rumours when they were together. Number one,
well, first of all, he's
stupidly
gay.
good looking. Yes, that was the rumour.
Because he's into musical theatre.
Yes. I mean, that's what everyone's saying.
Yeah. But and then he was in a show with Sutton Foster, his new partner, and they, but that was some time before the end of the marriage. They had known one another for some time and they'd worked together closely. But clearly
something was going on.
Oh, Deb believes that they hooked up before the end of the marriage.
When I watched this on the news last night with my family, I said to my wife, Deborah Lee should be grateful she had a good time. Because here's the thing, she's 70 next birthday.
There's an age difference between them for sure.
He's 56 and hot as chips. Like she's been holding on for a while. That's why I say it. She's been holding on for a while, and man goes, she's the most loveliest person ever. You've got to get over that, Shaun. Like I said, but he's the hottest man in the world, or one of.
Yeah, he has literally been named the hottest man in the world. Yeah.
So I mean,
what you're saying is quite misogynistic, Shaun, and ageist. But
I think
she's not angry, but she's very disappointed in you.
Very sad.
You're not.
I have a feeling that the Hugh Jackman is an awesome person persona is actually not
a bit of a facade.
Yes. And she's actually been the one under duress all these years, and now she's free. And she can finally tell her story. I look forward to seeing what else comes out of this.
Ooh.
Can I tell you which?
Might be.
Let's bring this back to netball, though, Seabass. The fact that the choice of the song, the Bye Bye Bye, of course, this is what the Kelpies performed in the Fast Five tournament, and they were bullied mercilessly for it.
Yes.
But it's fine when Hugh Jackman does it. What's going on there?
Yeah, there's been a bit of backlash, and the Australian men's captain came out and said, we didn't expect it to be this huge. In Fast Five, let's be honest, it is a non-serious. It's more for entertainment factor. So teams are encouraged to make up a dance.
All do. Yes. They all do, right?
The year that I did Fast Five, I refused because I thought it was a joke. Because you wouldn't ask the Australian cricket team to come out before a big bash, before a T20 game and dance, would you?
No, but I would like it if they did. I'd love to see the big bison up there busting a move.
They make you do it. It's something that you have to do.
It's just part of the deal. That's part of that tournament. Because it's fun. Yes. It's meant to be fun and entertaining. And all the teams did it. And the Australian team got lambasted for it.
Yes. Is that because they're not professional dancers and they didn't have all the moves down pat? Is it because it's,
I think, honestly, it's a homophobic thing. Yes. Because when Deadpool did it.
Yes.
To the exact same song and busting the same sorts of moves, no backlash.
So if they did like a Magic Mike theme and it was more like straight masculine guys, there would be no issues.
I don't know.
No, I don't agree. I think everyone would laugh at him anyway.
I think it's just backlash because there is a perception that only gay men play netball, although that's not the case.
It is definitely not the case.
No. But and men's netball, when you watch it, unbelievably athletic, unbelievably skilled.
Yes, and we use the men to help upskill us. Lots of male training partners. Don't knock it. There's lots of male training partners within squads because it's the best way to practice is against the men. They're fit, fast and strong. So
no, they'll beat you.
Shaun,
but
don't knock
it's just a genetic thing.
Shaun, don't knock it. It is. They are so good. You should watch it. It is unbelievable how good they are.
Well,
Maybe we'll bring you down
Not
to
for
a
me,
game.
my friends.
No,
But I enjoyed playing netball when I was a kid.
Not with your weak knees. You'd never be able to keep up.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean in podcast form.
Always a special time to have Jeremy McGovern in the house. Gov, good morning, mate. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Morning.
Hey, I want to start by talking about, it's been a tough week. It's been a tough couple of weeks for the West Coast Eagles, and during the week we had the funeral of Adam Selwood, which would have been heartbreaking. Can you describe how it was for you guys at the club and how you all try to bond together?
Yeah. Obviously, there's a fair bit of mixed emotion of obviously deep sadness. It's pretty devastating stuff. And the whole day was a beautiful tribute to him, for sure, and it was celebrated, but also at the same time it was heavy. It was a heavy day and very sad day.
Yeah.
But, it was great to see, obviously, a fair few of the old players and everyone turning out for him. But, overall, it was very, very sad.
Just gutting for that whole family, isn't it? Just brutal.
Yeah, absolutely feel for them. And, to do what they, even yesterday, the way that they were carrying themselves was extremely honourable. But it was, more sad than anything. But it was always, funerals suck, obviously, and those circumstances suck. But it's also great to see a lot of the old players floating around. The Coxies and Juddies and all those boys were there, and it's good to see them.
Yeah, it's a horrible reason to have a reunion,
shocking reason to do it, but it's always nice to see those boys.
Yeah, for sure.
It's such an interesting time for everybody who's been, when you go to a funeral, everyone's been, no one's affected by it, and particularly a life that's lost too early, and you hear people get up and talk about a person, and you reflect yourself, what a wonderful human that was, and all the love you have for that individual. You never tell them enough to their face.
No, that's
do you?
right.
And I think about that all the time. Do you actually go out of your way, and is it only until funerals when that person cannot hear any of these stories that you reflect on how what an impact that they've had to you personally?
Yeah, no, we don't at all. Within the footy world or any world in general, no one really does, because everyone's just moving so fast.
Yeah,
we're all just,
exactly.
Everything's flat out.
Everyone's just getting on with it, aren't they?
So maybe it's a good lesson for everyone.
Yeah,
to just try and do it. Tell everyone you love them.
No doubt about it.
We love you, Gov.
Yeah, we do, Gov. You are amazing, and we hope you can come back and play football. Who knows if that's going to happen? But at the moment, are you staying fit? You're staying involved?
Yeah, it's I've got to stay fit and train as much as I can without stirring myself up before this panel comes in. We still don't really know a firm date yet, but hopefully soon. Got to stay fit. So if
is this panel convening from all corners of the earth or something? What's going on there?
I think it actually is. I'm pretty sure there's obviously
international. Experts.
It's external from the AFL.
Yes.
So
presumably they're medical experts at the top of their field. You want the right people deciding your future.
Not some random from just
exactly.
Out the back of Perth
that's
here.
right. Just someone found down the 7-Eleven.
So they got to get all them together, and it's a bit of a process, but you respect it, and I've just got to stay fit and ready to go for post that.
Yeah. Are you in a position to push your fitness?
Not yet. As in, we don't want to stir myself up too much before this, but enough to.
And no thinking. You're not allowed to think. You're not allowed. You don't do the cryptic crossword or anything.
I don't do that anyway, so that's easy. But
Matt got the wordle in too, just the other day.
I don't want to go on about it, but it was pretty impressive.
Just trying to do as much as I can without getting too stirred up with a few things.
Gav, I was talking about the mid-season draft on Thursday in particular after, Wednesday's draft, and I love to see people get this opportunity and the emotion that showed. Tom McCarthy's one guy that's coming over to play. He surely looks like he can play footy.
Yeah, a few of the highlights I've seen, he looks really sharp, so...
And it's lucky the Eagles picked him up because his mate had dressed as the Eagle. So if Eagles didn't pick him up, that was a very awkward just to shuffle him out of sight.
I'd like to hope the club gave him a heads up. Just look after his mate.
Yeah, well, he did say that he knew that it was a very well kept, well guarded secret, but he knew that's what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
They'd obviously assured him. Yeah.
The mid-season's awesome. It just gives everyone a good opportunity and
some great stories over the years too.
Yeah, big time. And we've had a couple of great boys come in. Ryan Marrick.
Remember when Jai Cully had been working in a chicken shop and then he...
Well, that's all those stories. Jai, Ryan and Jack.
Yeah.
And now Tom. Like, you've had some good results.
Yeah, I think it's great. And it's just great for the broader AFL and football community that
Yeah.
boys that are playing in VFLs
Everybody
or waffles
loves
and
a,
stuff.
a fairy tale, basically, of
Yeah.
someone who's been overlooked and then plucked from obscurity almost to come and play. It's so good.
We reap the benefits, but the VFLs and waffles would be filthy because most of the time they're probably taking your better player.
Yes, for sure. Halfway through the season.
But
Thanks very much.
it's great for everyone to keep pushing and just keep trying. So it's I really like it. I think it's a great thing the AFL's doing.
Gav, what's your chicken store job you had before?
You wouldn't believe it. I was chicken treat.
No, you too.
I swear to God, yeah.
Were you back of house?
Which
or
one?
Front?
Nah, I was back of
On the
house.
fryer?
I was just absolutely
Microwaving everything.
Clinic on out the back there. The best chickens you've ever seen.
Really?
Hey, you seen him take a mark like his hands are brilliant.
I'll do the whole lot. Yeah, it was. Chicken treat was my first job.
Which store?
I was in Albany.
Yeah, right. Albany
down
Chicken
south. So
What a dream gig.
yeah, I had
How many times
full
did mates
career-
come through the drive-through?
I had a full career progression. I was moving into management the whole way.
Oh,
when I
wow.
was
So
a bit
you had
younger.
a future assured. But weren't you digging a hole when you got the call to say
Yes.
you'd been drafted?
So Dad made me go do that as a job, and then when I got moved to Perth, I'd become a tradie. So that was when I was at school.
Yeah, right.
I was working at chicken treat. I was probably eating more than I was figuring out.
There was a bit of criticism about your weight when you were first drafted, wasn't there? And Chicken Treat might be responsible
Probably
for
fair
that.
enough. We were working at chicken treat and drinking 2-litre Cokes for lunch. So.
Do you remember what your hourly rate was when you?
Oh, it was $5.20 or something. I reckon.
Nice.
I worked at McDonald's behind the scenes as well, and it was $5.15 an hour.
My apprenticeship was $280 a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same money you're on now, isn't it?
Yeah,
Very
similar.
Very
very similar.
When you were playing and coming through Claremont, because I always, it's special for those guys to change the course of their life in a short period of time. But we were talking about it just the other day about people who get overlooked, that you go, and when you've played in the waffle, you go, oh, he could play in the AFL.
Yeah.
Did you play with any guys that you thought would have been, play at the next level when you were coming through Claremont?
Yeah, there was a few. One of my good mates, Benny Saunders, was down at South Free. Won a few. Is it Bernialis, the goalkeeper, leading goalkeeper? Whatever the leading goalkeeper is for the waffle. I don't know the medal. He won a heap of them.
Yeah.
And I always thought he'd be around the mark. He was around the mark of the AFL, but never really got an opportunity. So there's always heaps. There's heaps of players. You're thinking, how the hell was this?
Those tragic tales of could have been.
The ruckman at Claremont at the moment is probably one.
Yeah, Ollie
Eastland. Yeah, I'm watching him going, surely he's going to get an opportunity. But there's plenty. There's plenty. And the thing is, even if it's not this year, if they keep going, there's still a chance.
Yeah. And we talked a bit yesterday about the little fella, Milan Murdoch.
Yeah, he was getting thrown around. Did he end up getting
No, West Coast, your team, had an interview with him before they picked up the guy from South Australia, Jacob.
Yeah.
Newton. Yep.
Newton. But we were talking about, because he's only a small guy, but he's won 3 Simpson medals and a premiership inside the last 2 years.
Yeah. It baffles you how they're not getting an opportunity. I don't know what
do you have to do?
But it's obviously AFL wide. It's not just West Coast is not picking him up.
Sure, of course. Nobody else did either.
You always wonder. You're always just thinking, why?
Like, what do you have to do?
Tim Kelly was another one who just played for so long, and then Geelong finally took a punt on him. And
it wasn't Matt Prittis. He was in the similar scenario. He was overlooked several times, wasn't he?
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
he's a Brownlow medalist.
Because people have a nick, and then all the recruiting guys, they sit on the outer flank,
Talk
and they
to
all
another.
kind of half sit next to
What do you think of him?
And they do, and he can't do this.
Yeah.
And then someone else says the same thing.
Yeah.
You don't know. I don't know the recruiting side, but it does seem like the negative gets brought to the front before all the positive. He does everything right, but this thing is the only reason he's not going to play.
And Pritter, so Brownlow medalist, but also just a ripping bloke. Just from a teammate point of view, and he's never, once again, one of those people never going to get into any trouble.
Never.
So you go, what?
Brownlow medalist, mate.
Brownlow medalist. Nearly got overlooked for the league. It's incredible.
No, he got overlooked all the time.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
And it was like the Eagles took this big plunge at the time. I'm so glad they did.
Yeah.
But no one was willing to give him a chance.
Crazy.
We've had a lot of not
Bias
just
against curls, obviously.
late pick, but rookies as well. When the rookies were on, like Coxie, Chad Fletcher, Lynchy, myself. Pritter was obviously very late.
Yeah.
That's just our team. There's a lot of later picks.
Those stories everywhere. Yeah, it's not all about the number one draft pick, is it?
No, they're always good, but there's nothing better than that diamond in the rough.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you 100%. Now, the game against Geelong on Sunday, another testing one. They're up and about. They always seem to be a team at the top of the pops every single year.
Yeah, they're an amazing outfit, really. They're always up there.
They never have to rebuild. Oh, what is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be getting in those four walls and finding out how they do it. But they're obviously quality team.
Yeah.
And, they're very up and about at the moment, so it'll be a massive challenge for us. But it's good to have them over here. We're normally going to Geelong to play them there, and it's even harder. But so it'll be good. Late Sunday arvo.
Late Sunday arvo, because we've got a long weekend, so they put it later. And the other part, obviously, with Jake being out for the season now with that shoulder injury, that's another blow, which means Oscar's got to carry the load.
Yeah.
Archer Reed in the forward line, he's got to take a couple of grabs, kick a few goals.
Yeah, there's a bit more responsibility on those boys now, but
they can stand tall.
That's footy, isn't it? That's what we've got to do and what we've got to deal with. So hopefully those boys can take that opportunity for us, and I'm sure someone else will come in. Jack Willow's been going really well in the waffle, so opportunity opens up when Jakey goes out, but sucks.
Oh, I know, and for the whole season. So full reconstruction. Has he had the surgery yet, or it's?
I think he's going in
any minute now.
Today, I think he's going in today to get it sorted. So, I'll send him
all the best to him.
A golf link. Send him if you want to go over here to golf, but he can't at the moment.
Now's the time to get him. You might be able to beat him.
Tell you what I would do once he's down and knocked out for the operation. Would you take the scissors out and give him a haircut?
Yeah,
it's not the best ever hair.
It looks like he's been under and someone's already given him one.
It's a joke, for sure.
Hey, Gov, really appreciate your time coming in and sharing that with us as well. What's been happening at the club and for you personally. So,
no worries. Thanks for having me.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.